Welcome back to another Minetest mod review. Today we are looking at the inventory ores mod, which is really more of a like an add-on mod for unified inventory. Currently it only works with unified inventory. If you are not using unified inventory, this mod will not do anything for you at the moment. There are plans to extend it out to other inventory mods, whatever you want to call them, but at the moment it is only available for unified inventory. So what does this mod do? Well, let's start by searching for ore. It doesn't add any ores. It rather tells you information about the ores. So you got to make sure you're at the crafting guide, and then you can click on any ore. What would you call these? The ore when they're in the stone. So like the ore here won't do you anything, and the ingots won't do anything. You know, it has to be the ore as its spawned form, I guess. And basically what this tells us, if we hover over, and I don't understand exactly why we hover over the stone rather than the coal ore itself, but that's the way it is. And it'll tell us the ore spawns, pretty much. So here we can see for coal that it spawns one every 1,728 nodes in a 125 node cluster, 30 ores to a cluster, about one ore to every 58 stone, with an upper level at -128 and a lower level at -31,000, and it's a scatter. And now you might be saying, but wait, I've seen coal higher than -128. Well, yes, you probably have. And that's because there is also a coal, I forget what this is called, an ore register, whatever, the ore generation thing, I forget what the actual name for it is. It also goes in the positives. So for coal, at least, there's a lower level of 1025 up to 31,000. That's for the floatlands, skylands, whatever you want to call them. And this is pretty much the same as the other one we just looked at. And then there's a third registration as well, which has an upper level of +64 and a lower level of -127. And this one we can see is about one coal ore every 64 stone. Whereas if we look at the deeper one, it's one coal ore every 58 stone. So as you go deeper, coal gets just negligibly more common to, 6 less stone per coal, essentially. And it continues for all of the ores that I registered for default game. You can see we get the same information on the tin. Tin also has 3 different registrations. I think all of these actually do. Yep, and generally speaking, the deeper you go, the more common it becomes, at least within my test game. Now, I do have more ores enabled, just because I wanted to see if this was something that required what's the word here, specific what do we call this, like it required anything special to show any other ores. Essentially what I'm trying to say is any ores that are registered, this should show up and it should give you the information. So we have the mithril from more ores, and we see this one actually only registers a single ore registration. So this spawns from -512 to -31,000, with about one mithril to every 1,331 stone. Going any deeper, you don't get any better chances. It stays the same for as long as it exists. And silver ore looks like it's the same thing. So this starts up at -2, goes down to -31,000 again. And you'll get about one silver ore for every 333 stone. And again, you have your cluster sizes and the cluster number of ores in the cluster, all of this stuff. And yeah, any ores that are registered, this should just pick up from the, I forget what the term is, the ore spawn registration thing. It just pulls the information out of that. And yeah, it pulls it in. So if you're, using some new mod that adds ores, I was trying to think of what the one was, and I think I just remembered what it's called. It's like under, yeah, here we go. underch or something of those, something of that nature. Let's check this out. Okay, I'm not going to fall to my death. Excellent. So let's just try searching Oregon. Here we go. All right, so this, whoops, I didn't want that. I want to know where I can find this. Oh wait, this one isn't? Okay. This is interesting. I suppose I should. Okay, well that's very interesting. It doesn't give me any information for these. So maybe it does specifically need to support the ore mod? Or the mod that's adding the ore? But it didn't feel like that, because when I did, no, I want inventory ores. It shows up in a weird spot, and I don't know why. Here we go. Yeah, for some reason I is down with M's. Yeah, see, it doesn't have any optional dependence, or, it does have an optional dependency of unified inventory, but nothing about more ores. So I wonder why that underch one doesn't work. Trying to see, what if we do Technic? Technic adds some uranium and stuff, right? Let's see. Let's see if this will work. So we'll do this. Oops, don't want that. Need to do it this way. Okay, I am really confused here. So chromium shows up. -100 to -200. Wow, I never realized that chromium was in such a narrow band. Oh, never mind. -200 to -31,000. So it's there's a narrow band where it's. But wait, no, it's actually more common in here. No, wait, never mind. It's backwards. It's less common here. 1 per 256. Here, 1 per 108. So it does get more common as you go deeper. We have lead, which has 3 tiers to it. Sulfur is actually not done with the normal ore registration. It's actually done with an ABM because it only goes around lava. We have uranium with an ore spawn. It only has 1, -80 to -300. And so many spots you'll find it. And then zinc. You can find 2 to -32 and -32 to -31,000. So yeah, I'm really not sure why these specific ones aren't showing up. I mean, they say they're ores. Are they registered in some other method? Or that information's not pulled in? I don't know. So it looks like maybe not all ores will give you the information, but some do at least. I don't understand. I would have to look at the code to see exactly how it's working to know why it doesn't show anything for these. Wait, what is this? Oh. Automation components, and it has an unknown. Very interesting. Well, that's unrelated to the subject at hand. That is going to do it for this mod review. Hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and all that bogus garbage. I don't actually care. Tune in next week for another video, and I will see you then.